Today is Sunday, May 26th, 2024, day 0 of Live Hard Phase 1. Welcome back, everybody. Tomorrow, I start day 1 of Phase 1 of Live Hard. That's why this is day 0, much like I did with 75 Hard. The day before I got started, I am coming to you with a video kind of talking about the Live Hard program, what the different phases are, specifically Phase 1 that I'm starting tomorrow. As a quick recap, the Live Hard program is a year-long mental conditioning program as introduced by Andy Frisella. I have his book, the book on mental toughness, that outlines the entire program, and it starts with 75 days of what is called 75 Hard. Each day for 75 days straight, no breaks, you have to complete 5 critical tasks. You have to pick a diet, stick to it. The only requirement that Andy Frisella puts or imposes on that diet is that there's no alcohol allowed for 75 days. Otherwise, whatever diet you choose, great, just stick to it. You have to drink at least a gallon of water per day. You have to do 2 45-minute workouts. One of them must be outside, and they must be at least 3 hours apart. All right, so you can't do them back to back. You need to read at least 10 pages of an entrepreneurial, self-help, self-improvement type book, and you need to take a progress picture every single day. So those 5 critical tasks, the diet, the water, the exercise, the reading, and the picture, those are things you must do every single day for 75 days straight. All right. If you fail any one of those tasks on any one of those days, you have to start the entire 75 Hard over. All right. There's a whole playlist on this channel of where I documented every single day for 75 days, me and my wife's journey through 75 Hard. All right. So 75 Hard is the beginning of the Live Hard program. Only after you complete 75 Hard can you go on to Phase 1 of the Live Hard program, and that's what I'm starting tomorrow. Phase 1 of Live Hard is 30 days. 30 days, there will be 8 critical tasks that need to be accomplished every day. And actually, it's more like 10 critical tasks. I'll explain what I mean in just a bit. But 5 of them are the exact same 5 from 75 Hard. All right, so pick a diet, stick to it, drink a gallon of water, 2 45-minute workouts, one of them outside, reading, take a picture, and then there's 3 other things that are really 5 other things you add to that, and you have to do this for 30 days straight. If you fail any one of those 8 or 10 items on any day, you have to start back over with Phase 1 only. All right, so if I fail on day 29, I gotta start back at day 1. Okay. Doesn't seem as challenging because it's only 30 days as opposed to 75, but there's a lot more added on to it that will make this quite a bit of a challenge. All right, so let me go through the 10 things that have to be done every single day for 30 days, and I'll kind of give you a preview of what I plan to do for each of these items. First of all, the diet. There's no alcohol. If you watched my other videos, you already know I don't drink alcohol as a beverage at all, so that one's not hard for me. During 75 Hard, we completely cut out flour of any kind, and flour is in a lot of stuff, all right, not just breads, and a lot of meals come with bread, so yeah, that was tough, but we did it. We're going to stick to that, mostly because my body doesn't react very well when it has bread anymore, because the bread is so genetically modified now that it's pretty much poison, all right? So I did a lot better not having any wheat or flour of any kind. That was great. So we're going to stick to that. However, we're going to be going really hard into a keto diet. All right, so that falls right in line with the no flour thing, because breads and wheat flour is pretty much straight up carbohydrates. And not only are we not doing that, but we're going to greatly limit our carbs. We'll be counting the macros and really getting a high protein, high fat diet for this entire month. All right, now quick side note, I alone am doing phase 1 of Live Hard. My wife is not joining me for the entire phase 1. There are certain things that she will do, like the diet. She's going to go on a keto diet with me. We're going to be eating all the same stuff. She'll probably go on a few of the exercises with me, but that's about it. Okay, this is something that I am having to do, one, because I want to, and two, my wife has enough on her plate. She's already working hard. She's mentally tough to get through the day every single day, and I'm not going to add more to it. It's mostly the cold shower thing. Not even going to lie. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, hang tight. We're going to get there. All right, so no wheat, no alcohol of any kind, keto diet all the way through, 30 days straight, no compromise. I've done a keto diet a couple years back and lost a lot of weight with doing no exercise, no nothing like that. And so over the past 2 months, it's been almost 2 months since 75 hard, there's been some compromises. I've had to eat bread a few times. Okay, I haven't had to. I have chosen to eat bread a few times, and I hated it. I hated the way I felt. I think I broke out in like spots, had an allergic reaction to bread, so I avoid it at all costs now, even outside of the 75 hard or Live Hard programs. So yeah, that's not going to be difficult, but to give up, because I already say no to that. But things like chips and chips and salsa, I really like that. I'm gonna have to say no to that. It's pretty much straight up carbs. It spikes my blood sugar. I don't like it, so that'll be a challenge, but that's my diet. We're going keto, no flour of any kind. Carbs will be extraordinarily limited through the entire month. All right, the second item, drink a gallon of water. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did last time, filling up my Yetis 4.5 times, because my phone's ringing. Pause. Okay, that was my wife. I'm back. All right, for water, 4.5 Yetis per day, because the Yeti I have is only 30 ounces. So if you only do that 4 times, you're going to end up being 8 ounces short every single day. So to ensure I get a gallon, I've got to fill it up 4.5 times. The only change that I'm doing for Live Hard, that as opposed to 75 hard, is that I was drinking just straight tap water. Now we have a filtration system, and so I'm going to be drinking filtered water. So hopefully that'll be better for me as the toxins flush themselves out of my body. That's the water. Same thing, the Yeti, every single day. The workouts, 2 45-minute workouts. I'm going to be continuing with the rucks. In fact, my first workout, and for sure my outdoor workout every day, will be starting the full weight pack from where I left off with 75 hard. Workouts have been an area where I've definitely fallen off the bandwagon from 2 months ago when I finished 75 hard. So that is something that I need to get back on, because I like the way the working out made me feel. And we didn't even go super hardcore intense, because we were going from a sedentary lifestyle to doing something. And I liked how the little bit of exercise we did during 75 hard, how that made me feel. So we're going to up our game with that. I do have a larger pack that after about a week or so, I'm going to take all the contents out of my pack that I did for 75 hard, put it into the larger pack, and start to build that out more and increase the weight so that I can carry more. So we're talking about going from about a 40-liter pack to a 100-liter pack. So we're gonna gradually increase that, and I'm gonna rock with that every single day. Something I noticed about myself is that I have difficulty with explosiveness. All right, as far as my physical activity, if I go from no motion to quick motion, I'm probably going to pull something, going to injure myself in some way. That's happened several times. I noticed that a little bit during the 75 hard and some of the workouts I did. I've noticed it since then. And so that is an area of my fitness that I want to work out. that I want to work on. So my second workout is going to be outside also, but I am going to kind of bring back a lot of the football exercises and workouts that I did to train explosiveness, quickness, the footwork. Plyometrics is apparently what that's called. So some things like an agility ladder, except I don't have an agility ladder, but I do have sidewalk chalk. So I've got a place at the back of the property, there's pavement and such, and I'm gonna use a sidewalk chalk, make an agility ladder, put myself through a lot of the continuous training. I'm gonna do dot drills. I may make a video about those later. I used to be really good at them. I'm probably not good at them now. I'm going to be working on running and work my way up to sprinting in short bursts. I want to get like a parachute and run with it with the resistance. I want to build myself some type of weight sled that I strap on and drag through the grass, through the mud, whatever else, just to increase my strength, because I don't really have a good access point to, you know, an actual gym, and I want more of my workouts not to be in a gym. I want it to be doing more practical things that I might have to end up doing. So even with my pack that I have, so I'll rock with it at first, but then I will probably do workouts to where I'm taking that pack, picking it up, carrying it on my shoulder, and kind of jogging uphill, setting that down, all right, and pick it up again, throw it on the other shoulder, go, pick up, set down, do lunges with it, squats with it, whatever else, to simulate carrying loads, you know, carrying people. Just I want that endurance and that stamina to increase so that whatever I'm called to do in a physical sense, I can quickly go and execute that without becoming a liability to others around me. I want the ability to be able to react quickly and explosively without getting hurt. So I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm going to be doing for my second workout. It's going to be outside, rain, shine, doesn't matter. That is my plan. So let's see. Reading the books. All right, still got to read 10 pages of a book. I have 10 pages of this one left. Book reading is something that I have continued to do since 75 Hard. This is another in the E-Myth series, Awakening the Entrepreneur Within by Michael Gerber. Since 75 Hard, I have reread the first book, the E-Myth Revisited. We're going to talk about this one again in just a bit. I have a little over 30 pages left. So the next book in the series I have on order from Amazon. It should be here on Thursday. And so if I got to read 10 pages per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that means when the book comes in on Thursday, I should be able to start right in with that book. All right. So that one, shoot, what's the name of that one? The book I have on order, the next one I'll be reading is the E-Myth Mastery. All right. So this is the first one. All right. E-Myth Mastery expands on some of the concepts that are in here in a more practical sense. This one is more about the big picture, the dream with goals and how to put that dream into action and effectively plan a business, a successful business from the start, all of it in your head. And then this helps you get it onto paper, all right, and build your action plan. So the next book I'm getting is even more specific. All right, so once I get done with this, E-Myth Mastery next, then I'm going to read the E-Myth Enterprise. All right, this is the next in the series, I believe. How to turn a great idea into a thriving business. So it'll build on the concepts that are being taught. And then I will read this one next, Beyond the E-Myth. How to grow your enterprise. Let's see, the evolution of an enterprise from a company of 1 to a company of 1,000. All right. So I'm really enjoying the E-Myth series. They're great books. And so that's what I'm going to be reading. 10 pages at a time, probably more than 10 pages at a time. course, I'll be taking a progress picture. I'll probably do that in a similar way or that I did last time, which I normally took those right before I recorded these videos. That was the last thing I did most of the time, each and every day. What I may do is I may take the pictures in the morning. All right, I still don't have a smartphone. This is my phone. My other one, the screen cracked too much and it was no longer usable, so I got a different one. And it has no camera, like I can't take a picture with it. So I have to take a picture with this camera that I'm filming with. So I think I want to do that at the beginning of the day, because by the end of the day, gravity's taken over. I didn't feel that the progress pictures showed much progress through the 75 hard, and I think it's because I was taking them at night, not in the morning. So that's something I'm going to change. I plan to take my pictures first thing in the morning when I wake up. Then I'm going to go rock. Then I'm going to come in. I'm going to read, drink my coffee, and such. All right? So those are the first 5 things. For phase 1, there are 3, really 5, additional things. All right? So let's get the discrepancy between 3 and 5 out of the way. Why am I saying 3 or 5? All right. That is because the first thing that you have to add to the 5 that are already there is you have to give yourself 3 items added to your power list. The power list is another concept by Andy Frisella. It is effectively outside of 75 hard, outside of live hard. It is your personal critical tasks that you have to complete every single day in order to have that day be a win. You win enough days, you win the week. You win enough weeks, you win the month. You win enough months, you win the years. You win enough years, you win your life. That's the idea. Each of those critical tasks should be part of your strategic plan to achieve your goals, not just your dreams. All right, dreams are meaningless. Dreams with objectives that can be reached, those are goals. Okay, so that power list are your 5 critical tasks, and he's saying for phase 1, you need to add 3 tasks to it. All right. I already have my things that I'm doing every day, so let me talk to you about the 3 that I'm adding to my power list. Okay. First and foremost, the first thing that I'm going to add has to do with my spiritual growth. All right, I already am dedicated to reading my Bible every day, to praying. I will pray when I go out for a walk. That's good alone time to talk to the Father while I'm rucking. But in addition to those things that I want to do every single day, because seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and then all these other things will be added to you, I want to write out the Torah. Okay, the first 5 books, I want to write those out. This is something I started years ago, and then just recently, since 75 hard, I've picked back up with it, but I haven't been too consistent with it. This is Genesis right here. Okay, I have completed most of the way through Genesis 21. All right, so I'm not even halfway done with it, and that's what I've got. So I am committing one of my critical tasks that I'm adding to my power list. I've got 30 pieces of paper here. Each day I'm going to write an entire page from the Bible, from the book of Genesis, and add it. I'll pick up in Genesis 21, whatever verse I left off at, and I will continue writing, and when I get done with a page, that's my task for the day. All right. I have read the Bible through. I have listened to the Bible through. Now, starting with the Torah, I'm going to slow down a bit and I'm going to write the Bible through. My goal is to for sure have the Torah done at some point. It won't get done during phase 1. It just takes a long time to handwrite stuff. So if I get through Genesis in this phase, that'll be great. But my ultimate goal, get the Torah, and then from there, get the entire canon of Scripture handwritten. I just think that would be awesome. I've learned a lot going through and handwriting this. It's caused me to slow down, to pay attention to things that wasn't there, that I didn't notice previously in my times of reading, in my times of listening, and all the cycles of going through the Torah portions. I've noticed things writing the scriptures the last couple months that I haven't noticed before, because I've taken the time to slowly write them out. All right, it's another avenue to get God's word in my mind and in my heart. All right, it's coming through my hands now. Okay, so that is one of my critical tasks that I'm adding to my power list. The second one is applying the concepts in the E-Myth Revisited. All right, the first book in the E-Myth series, and that is putting together my business development program, going through the steps, and they're listed in the very short chapter 11. Let me read to you what these steps are that I'm going through. All right, your business development program, number one, is your primary aim, and this is your personal one. All right, if you want to know the distinction and why you have to get your personal primary aim in order first, written out, you've got to read the book. All right, I'm not going to tell you why. Number two, your strategic objective. This is about your business specifically. After your primary aim, strategic objective, your organizational strategy, your management strategy, that's number 4. Number 5, your people strategy. Number 6, your marketing strategy. And number 7, your systems strategy. All right. The whole point behind the E-Myth books is to diagnose why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. The idea is you're not going to create a successful business on your own just by putting in the time. No, successful businesses are designed that way from the start. And if you don't design your business properly from the start, you are going to be overwhelmed. Once you do grow, you'll either actually go out of business or shrink back down to compensate for the bad systems that you have in place. This is why the majority of businesses don't make it past 3 years or 5 years. Then the majority of those that do make it past 5 years close after 10 years. I have a leather business that I'm trying to run. In a couple months, it will be our 4-year anniversary of when we officially got started. And so far we haven't gone out of business, but we're also not doing things as best as we could. And that's because I wasn't following these plans. So I have a notebook here, and I've already started in on the primary aim of taking and actually handwriting out the different questions, planning, dreaming, and building the business right from the ground up, to make sure that we don't keep heading off in a bad direction. We're going to change course and get things going in the right direction so that we can be successful. All right, so that's the second thing I'm adding to my list. I'm going to spend a minimum of an hour every day going through the content in this book that I've already read, but now applying it in this notebook and actually writing out my plan. Eventually it'll get typed out and everything, but it really helps me to handwrite stuff. It really does. I know I'll have to digitize things at some point, but to start off with, I want to do it this way. Okay? The third thing that I'm going to do, above and beyond the 2 workouts, I'm going to start off with 30 sit-ups and 30 push-ups the first day, and each day I'm going to add 1. So that by day 30, I believe I'll have 59 of each. I'll probably just bump that up to 60. But every single day, I want to do that. I've got the 2 areas I hold excess weight are in my stomach, my abdominal region, and then also, in these areas that are hard to work out, I guess obliques and stuff like that. So I really want to tone up, and those will be things that I'm going to do in addition to the workout. So during the workout, the rocks, the plyometric stuff, I'm not doing push-ups, I'm not doing sit-ups, nothing like that. That's going to be something extra. That's going to be one of my 3 things, all right? So, I'm going to write 1 page of the Bible every single day. I'm going to spend 1 hour working on my business, not in my business, according to what Michael Gerber says in the ebook, and I'm going to do 30 sit-ups and 30 push-ups. All right, those are those things. All right, that is considered one of the critical tasks in this book, but that one critical task is actually 3 things. All right, there's still 2 more that get added, so that's why I said there's 5 more things, because one of those things is actually 3 things. If you're thoroughly confused, I'm sorry. Get the book, read it for yourself. All right, 2 more things that have to be done every single day. All right, one of them is 10 minutes of active visualization of where you want to go in life, where you're going to end up. Be detailed about it. That's actually where this is starting off with, going through the primary aim. It starts with the end in mind. What do you want your life to look at? What does it look like? What is your ideal life? How much money do you want to make? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of family do you want to have? What kind of man do you want to be? Those type things. And then the whole idea of the program and the business building is starting with that end in mind and working your way backwards. And what this portion of the active visualization helps you to do, it helps keep that dream in the forefront of your mind, to where you're remembering, this is what I'm working for, this is what I'm going to do. All right, so I don't have time to read you the page after page after page of stuff that I've written about what I want my life to be like and what I visualize my life being. But suffice it to say, I would like to live off of only 10% of what I bring in. The remaining 90% of what I bring in, I want to give away. Okay? I want to give and help build the kingdom of God in that way. I want to live on a piece of land. It's not crazy huge, but I want the ability to fish, to hunt on my land without asking anyone's permission. I want to live in a little cottage. I think that'd be fun. I want to have a workshop on my property. I want my businesses running on autopilot because I put the systems in place and built them properly, to where I'm just checking in and managing different things. I'm not doing the day-to-day work, and I am getting residual passive income from all of my businesses, and I'm only living off 10% of what I bring in, so that I can spend my time each and every day giving back, first and foremost, to the people of God, to my brothers and sisters, but also to the world at large. All right, that's what I want. All right, I'd like to be driving a Jeep. I think a Jeep would be cool. So there, Andy Frisella, that's the car that I want, you know. I also want a truck that's big enough to pull a trailer with a mobile leather workshop in it. I just think that would be fun. So that's what I want. That's what I'm going to be visualizing, and I have to spend 10 minutes every day actively visualizing that, and that must be separate from the workouts, the rucks, you know, oh, I did my visualization while I was rucking. No, it's got to be a separate time. This is called live hard. It's not supposed to be easy. And the last thing you have to do every single day. So item number 10, all right, you have to spend 5 minutes under the coldest water in the shower that you can possibly stand. 5-minute cold shower every single day. It's a mental toughness thing, all right? It's not pleasant. You got to get it to where you feel like you want to get out, and then you got to stay there for 5 minutes. That's part of the program, okay? So I plan to do that after one of my workouts, probably the second one. That's when I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to start with it at good temperature like I normally do, work it down to cold, stand under the cold for 5 minutes. I'll time it with my watch, and then once I've done that, I'll turn it back to warm and I'll take my shower. All right, that seems like a palatable way to get that done while still accomplishing what I need to. All right, so keto diet, Drink a gallon of filtered water, 2 45-minute workouts. One of them is a rock with a steadily increasing weight. The other workout is also going to be outside dealing with plyometrics, explosiveness, running, jogging, sprinting, things like that. I'm going to read and continue to work on exclusively the E-Myth books for my reading, 10 pages per day. I'm going to take a picture every morning with my camera. I am going to write a page of the Bible every single day. I'm going to spend 1 hour working on my business, not in my business. I'm going to do 30 push-ups and 30 sit-ups, adding 1 every single day. I am going to spend 10 minutes actively visualizing what my life will look like in the next 10 years. All right, that's how long I imagine it'll take if I work hard every single day, and I will take a 5-minute cold shower. That is the Live Hard program, phase 1. And I will do that every single day for 30 days. And then in addition, much like I did for 75 Hard, I'm going to close out every day by going through my checklist and sharing with you to keep myself accountable that I have indeed done all 10 items. All right, so thank you so much for joining me for this day 0 of phase 1, Live Hard. I hope that you'll join me and kind of keep an eye on me. Make sure I'm doing my stuff, and join me every day for my journal entry, my blog entry, a diary, if you will, of me going through this process, all with the hope and goal that it'll be inspiring to you to help you through your journey of mental toughness. I pray that you're all blessed. Bye now.